Today we're watching a video by the Fat Electrician, America's secret underground cheese bunkers. I love cheese! We just talked about cheese for 10 minutes before watching this video. I love cheese. If you like my reactions, please come over to Twitch to watch me live and press that subscribe and like button anyway. Okay, let's go. I suck at this. Let's go!
This has almost nothing to do with the US military, but it's so ridiculous I can't not talk about it. Today we're talking about America's strategic cheese reserve. Yeah, if you didn't know, the United States currently...
Is that all the cheese? Oh my god. Okay, listen. On the thumbnail it said 1.5 billion pounds. I don't even know what pounds are, but if it's billion, it has to be a lot. Holy shit.
He has over 500 underground cave warehouses spanning across 35 different states, the largest of which is underneath Springfield, Missouri, where America, as of August 2022, currently hoards 1.5 billion pounds of cheese. And just for the record, I realize I'm uploading this video very close to April Fool's Day. This is not an April Fool's joke. I am 100% serious.
But why? What did they need so much cheese for? I mean, I would like that much cheese. I mean, not for myself. I feel like that would be too much. But guys, we can share. What if I get that much cheese? Just for all of us. Oh, so it's like 0.75 billion kilogram. Okay. I'll eat it all in a day? Okay, sure.
Eldorado is real, and Uncle Sam made it out of cheese.
Look, Eldorado.
Is it not spoiled?
City of gold.
And I know what you're thinking. Right now, you're like, wow, that's a cool little factoid. I can't wait to share that with my buddy at the bar one day. But no, this is going to infect your thoughts for the rest of your life. You're never going to see the world through the same lens ever again. I mean, for example, let's just say you're at home watching The Walking Dead. You're going to come to the realization there'd be way more fucking cheese in the apocalypse than that, okay?
Dude, did you say that?
Watching The Walking Dead. You're going to come to the realization there'd be way more...
There's a cheese bunker, Carl. That's some good news. Good day, chat. Have a good day.
Or fucking cheese in the apocalypse than that, okay? You're never gonna be able to watch Mad Max again without thinking about cheese. You have to come to the terrifying realization that you live in a world where there is a greater than 0% chance that one of these underground cheese caves gets mistaken for a government facility and gets nuked in World War III.
What?
And we're gonna have to deal with a radioactive tsunami wave of nacho cheese. And this is real life. So I asked myself one question. How on earth did America...
Dude. This is an insane video, I think. That's where government cheese comes from. Government cheese is a thing?
To get to this point because I know it didn't happen overnight, and what I found was the craziest real-world example of a butterfly effect that I have ever seen. And believe it or not, it all actually ties back in with last week's video of the ice cream ships of World War II.
What?
If you missed that, the super abbreviated version, basically the US government banned alcohol during Prohibition in the 1920s. Because of that, all the bars in America turned themselves into ice cream parlors to stay in business. Ice cream stepped up to fill the social void left by alcohol. If so facto, there was like 2 generations of Americans that treated ice cream like it was alcohol, socially speaking. As I'm sure you can imagine, this would drive up dairy.
I like that. Ice cream tastes so much better than alcohol. I like that.
Consumption. Combine that with the fact that the 30s and 40s is when refrigeration would become readily accessible, meant that for the first time in human history there was such a demand for dairy products that farmers could exclusively become dairy farmers, meaning that this would be the birth of the entire dairy industry. And honestly, it worked out great. Right up until it didn't in 1949. 1949, 4 years after World War II, the American military is downsized, there's not an entire horde of young men eating 10,000 calories a day, and America's not exporting anywhere near as much food to other countries for war relief, meant that there was a decrease in dairy consumption, or a dip in the dairy market. As this became a bigger and bigger problem, the government had to step in because they weren't about to let the entire dairy industry implode, because, I mean, let's face it, that would be utter catastrophe. So the USDA stepped in.
I hate that cow. Where was the cow from again? This might be random, but I hate how the cow looks like. Cause yeah, so he always says that kinda. He always looks like. You know what I mean? Like. He looks so sus all the time.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna buy all.
No, wait. It's a girl, cause it's a cow, right? Wait, or is it a guy cow? Wait, I'm so
all
confused.
the excess milk. Okay, pause. Thought experiment. You're a dairy farmer. You make all of your money
It's a
by
dude.
selling milk. And then
Okay.
suddenly, a couple years back, motherfuckers quit drinking milk, aka you made less money. Now the government has come out of left field and said, hey, we're gonna buy all of the milk. What do? You make more fucking milk. And that's exactly what happened. So just to be clear, there was already too much milk. Now there's definitely gonna be too much milk. So naturally, all the milk starts flowing in. The government has absolutely no idea what to do with it, so they turn it into cheese, that way it doesn't expire. That part makes sense, but now what do you do with all the cheese? They have no clue, so they just throw it underneath a mountain, ignore it, and hope the problem goes away. But it doesn't go away because every single presidential administration through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, they all continue to buy up excess milk to prop up the dairy industry, turn it into cheese, and stash it away in these caves. It literally turns into a giant political game of kick the can down the road because nobody wants to be the president that crashes the global economy by not buying enough milk while sitting on top of a mountain of cheese, which, understandable, I don't want to be that guy either. Then, fast forward to 1980, Ronald Reagan, aka the small government guy, gets elected, finds out that the US government is sitting on top of 500 million pounds of cheese and spending $1 million a day to refrigerate and store it. And
Bro, it's true, right? It must cost so much money just to like refrigerate it. I didn't even think of that. Cause like, what the heck? Could probably just give people some cheese once in a while. Oh my god. I mean, what the heck?
he looks at this whole issue like
That's
a beaver
so
looks at
much
running water.
cheese.
Absolutely fucking not. We can't have it. So his administration goes about figuring out the cheapest way to solve this cheese problem. Obviously, we're gonna throw it all in the ocean. However, having
But for real, why didn't they just give it away? Huh? Maybe that's why it's under a mountain, probably cooler already. Oh, that makes sense. Hello, Akira. Birthday government cheese, we would go so hard. Wait, that sounds... But that doesn't sound like something in America would do. That sounds like something Switzerland would do. That's why it's so silly. That's why it's so silly.
at least the foresight to understand that that would cause political backlash, he wanted to see how the public would receive it, so someone from his administration shows up to a White House press conference with a 5-pound block of moldy cheese and is like, hey, we got 500 million pounds of this shit. How would you guys feel if we threw it in the ocean? It'll be fun. We'll save money on cheese. We're going to find out if blue whales are lactose intolerant. It's going to be a great science experiment. The public did not go for it. They kind of felt like, hey, I've paid taxes for the last 40 years. You've turned those taxes
Hello, Cosmico.
into cheese. I would at least like the cheese.
Yes!
So then the Reagan administration took the 55-gallon drums of cheese, cut it up into 5-pound blocks, packaged it, and spent the remainder of his administration funneling 300 million pounds of cheese into impoverished and elderly homes. And this
Yes! Oh my god.
is where we get the saying government cheese from.
You're gonna
It's so
end up
good.
eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
The US government
Oh
would then
my
continue
God.
to give out government cheese until the 1990s when they seemingly ran out, because as of today, all 1.5 billion pounds of underground secret cheese in America is privately owned by corporations like Kraft and Velveeta. And this is
Oh my god, you guys. I mean, you guys know my Kraft macaroni and cheese experience didn't go too well. Cause why does it taste sweet? Why is the macaroni and cheese, the mac and cheese, sweet? Velveeta blocks. Wait, I've heard of that actually. Velveeta is like cheese you're supposed to melt, right? Did someone say Mac? Don't do it, Max. Don't do it, Max. Don't do it, that. Don't do it, Max. Macaroni cheese, macaroni cheese. Macaroni cheese, macaroni cheese. I love cheese. I love macaroni. Macaroni cheese is the one for me. Anyway.
is the part where I wanted to end the video on a happy note of the government made a mistake, they fixed a mistake over 50 years, happy ending, Hooray. However, it didn't really make sense because something happened in the 1990s where the government was able to stop buying the excess milk. What happened? And that's when it hit me. It was absolutely the Got Milk ad campaign, the biggest, most iconic ad campaign of all time. I mean, every cafeteria in every school in America had a bunch of posters of famous athletes with milk mustaches saying, "Got milk, drink your milk." I vividly remember commercials as a child telling me that if I didn't drink enough milk, my arms would literally fall off my body.
Well, Mr. Miller told me he never drinks milk. Look at him.
Oh my god.
No, that's not good.
Bruh.
Milk.
Surely.
I feel like it was like kind of similar in Germany. Like milk was very like, how do you say? I feel like it wasn't like crazily advertised, but it was like a big thing, you know? As in like, maybe it was advertised, I don't know. But it was like a big thing, like they would bring milk to school and stuff, and then every child at school could get like a milk bottle. Yeah. Hello, Sunny. Hello.
This is what inspired an entire generation of Americans to eat and drink more dairy products, right? I mean, yeah, probably, but looking back on it now as an adult, doesn't it seem just a little bit weird that it wasn't a particular company putting on all these ads? Like, if there wasn't one company profiting from selling all this milk, where was all the money coming from? I mean, it almost seems like the government launched a giant psychological operation, ad campaign, just so that they could offload milk so they wouldn't have to keep contributing to their mountain of cheese. Well, I'm gonna take this off now because that's legit exactly what happened. In 1995, the U.S. government created a non-profit organization known as Dairy Management Incorporated, and their entire job was to get the American people to eat and drink more dairy products. Literally a cabal of individuals plotting behind the scenes to get people to eat more cheese. It's the cheesiest conspiracy.
Wait, but why not just? Why do you have too much milk? Why not? I don't know. Is that too simple-minded to think? Why not just breed less cows?
Of all time, and I'm not even kidding. Anything that has ever been sold or marketed that involved way too much cheese on
Three-head streamer, stop! Cause money, I guess.
on it, this company is behind. Okay, they're the reason that Taco Bell started selling steak quesadillas. They were behind the Got Milk ad campaign. In 2002, when Pizza Hut had the Summer of Cheese event where they put way too much cheese on all their pizzas, this is who was behind it. In 2010, when Domino's almost went out of business, they gave Domino's $12 million to stay in business and then gave them a bunch of cheese so that they could put extra cheese on all of their pizzas, and that was their entire proposition for staying in business. Hey, our pizzas have more cheese on them now, so they're good. It is absolutely insane.
But honestly, I agree. I'll be honest, I agree. I like more cheese on pizza, so, you know.
So I did it. I found the world's cheesiest conspiracy, but then I found leaked internal documents from DMI. And they are the funniest fucking thing I have ever read in my entire life. I'm gonna go ahead and read one for you now. It's a letter from Pizza Hut to DMI regarding a meeting they recently had. July 6, 1999. Dear Greta, we wanted to express our thanks once again for a wonderful meeting last week. We appreciate your team taking the time to share some very valuable information and creativity during our brainstorming session. Everyone is very excited about the presentation you gave regarding DMI's available resources and cheese industry insights. We look forward to working together to develop many cheese ideas we've discussed. We believe this is going to be a valuable partnership for both Pizza Hut and DMI. Let's sell more pizza and more cheese! Exclamation point. Thank you again for coming to Dallas. We look forward to talking to you soon about our partnership opportunities. We will call you next week to discuss the next steps. Sincerely, Derek, Lord of the Cheese, and Liskrin, Lady of the Cheese.
Not gonna lie, I would like to be called the Lady of the Cheese. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like, honestly, okay, when I do my cheese tasting, I think I've earned the title Lady of the Cheese. Why, ew, it would be awesome to be the Lady of the Cheese. Would you guys not like to be Lord or Lady of the Cheese? But yeah, I don't know. Gonna get a crown for your model? It's gonna be a crown made of cheese. would be so cool. But yeah, I don't know. Holy cheesiness, yes! Lady of cheese means you have a yeast infection. No! No!
Even they know that this is a fucking joke. Why is this such a joke? Well, because Dairy Management Incorporated, while it is a non-profit, they don't actually have to raise money for themselves like most non-profits do, because they're also a government checkoff program, which means every dairy farmer in America is legally required, whether they want to or not, to send this company money so that they can advertise on their behalf. And their annual budget is...
Oh, it's okay, Achi. Thank you. Have fun too. Take care. Also, hello, Stubby. Hello.
like $140 million a year, with their CEO and top level executives all making right around $1 million per year.
What
Okay, if
the
you're not picking
heck?
up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you there is a group of people in America getting paid $1 million to convince Americans that cheese is awesome. Okay, that's like trying to fucking explain to Stevie Wonder what nothing looks like and
Oh
getting
my
paid $1 million for it. He already fucking knows that, okay? It makes no goddamn sense. Cheese is so fucking good that it is the one thing on earth that if you were allergic to it, we're not gonna say you have a cheese allergy. No, you're lactose intolerant. We're not gonna say you're allergic because we all know you're gonna eat that shit anyway.
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you be intolerant towards the lactose, dude? You have to watch Wallace and Gromit at some point. Such a British classic and very cheese related. It's very cheese. I think I've watched like an episode or two in English class in like middle school. Oh.
Anyways, because the consequences are worth it. Am I upset right now? A little bit. Is it because I'm jealous? Uh-huh. It's basically selling ass candles to dogs and getting paid $1 million for it. It is the most ridiculously easy job on the planet, and I'm so mad that it's not mine. Anyways, I guess if you made it this far in the Unhinged TED Talk, in conclusion,
Yeah, I think a lot of people skill issue. Don't say skill issue when someone says they're lactose intolerant. Yeah, I heard like a lot of people are what is it? Isn't the human naturally lactose intolerant technically? And then the if you're lactose tolerant, that's actually a mutation.
US government banned alcohol in the 1920s. It set forth a ripple effect through time, and now some dude in 2023 has my dream job of making $1 million a year to convince people of some shit they already knew. And the US has 1.5 billion pounds of cheese hidden in an underground cave network. Fucking the more you know, I guess. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch.
Oh my
FatElectrician.com. Quack bang. Out. I'm gonna go eat some fucking cheese.
Yes, cheese, chat. Okay, I already asked. Oh shit. I already asked the chat before we were watching this. You too. What's your guys' favorite cheese? For me, it's very, very hard. I like a lot. I like every cheese. Mozzarella in particular is very versatile, I feel like. And what else? I like every cheese. I think I actually like pretty much every cheese. I also like blue cheese. Anyway, awesome video. Thank you everyone for watching. Please go check out the Fat Electrician and subscribe. And also, if you want to subscribe to my channel and like my video, and you can watch another one if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube! Bye-bye!